This car looks so cute.
Well, this is my first car.
Acha.
It's a gift from my parents in 1953.
Really?
Yeah.
Haha. Today we have the privilege of chatting with Maharaja Manujendra Shah of Tehri Garhwal.
Good evening and my best wishes to you and your viewers. And I wish you all a very happy new year. I come from this northern state of Uttarakhand, which is now called Tehri Garhwal. And my father was the last ruling chief of Tehri Garhwal, the Maharaja who signed the instrument of accession in 1949. Thereafter, he of course joined politics and he's been member of the Lok Sabha for 8 times. My grandmother's been once and my wife has been 3 times. Wow. So we have been 12 parliaments has been with our family, which is quite an achievement, I think. After we came to Delhi, then of course we got into our education. I went to modern school in Delhi. Thereafter, I graduated from St. Stephen's College. And then my father used to have a company in steel fabrication, so I used to look after that. But unfortunately, at a very young age, I ran into very serious health problems. So I had to stop taking active part because most of the work of that company was done in the wilderness, especially in Assam. Because we used to build for the oil refineries, the group gathering stations, which is in the middle of nowhere. So therefore then my father sold that company and I've kind of retired since then. So whenever somebody asks me that what do I do, so I say I retired 1 year before I started working.
Please tell us about your association with the Badrinath Kedarnath temples.
Well, our family is very fortunate to be able to serve to the Badrinath temple. But after the states were merged, then the management of both the shrines has gone to the Indian government. But we have 2 very important functions, and I'm privileged to be able to do that. One is to open the date, give the date of the opening of the Dwar of Sri Badrinath temple.
Both the temples?
No, the Kedarnath temple is opened 1 week before that. And then also a very important function, which is to take out the oil for the Badrinath temple, for the deity, and for the Akhand Jyot, which is taken out from sesame seed. And it is taken out from the ladies of the family and from the villagers. So on Basant Panchami, I will announce the opening of the Badrinath temple and also the taking of the oil. The oil would be about 15-20 days before the opening. That is sometime in March. But we are very privileged to do that.
Such an honor.
Yes, it's great.
So, Uncle, what's one lesson that your journey has taught you that you like to share with us?
Offhand, I can say that one or two things I've learned is that when you hear a complaint or you hear somebody, you must always hear both sides of the story. Never make up your mind by hearing one side, no matter who it is. It could be a person very close to you or very senior to you, but you cannot make a decision without hearing both parties. Also, I believe a lot in helping the needy. If anybody is in need and if I can help, I would love to go out of my way and help that person. I think it's very important because you never know when you may need help. So I always try and do my best by helping whoever I can.
Will you like to talk about your passions and hobbies?
Well, I have, my main passion is, I would say, classic cars. Not so much vintage and more American cars. Somehow because I think it kind of depends on what cars you've seen in your childhood. And my father always had American cars. He never had a British car or a German car. Of course, he had one Mercedes, which is quite late in the... And that is what you kind of develop into. So I've been lucky to have some old American cars. I can show them to you. Whatever's left of because there was one stage I sold most of my cars. But I think this bug never gets out of your system. And the moment I saw another car and I said, oh, what a beautiful... And I bought that and another. So I got 2 or 3 or 4 cars. And my other passion is music. I did a little bit of photography also. But then I realized that photography is an art. You may master your camera, but you can't master the frame. So once you master your frame, then you're a photographer. And that I couldn't do, so that went into the back burner.
Uncle, so would you like to show us your car collection?
Yes, so I'm sure you'd like to see. Those are my little babies you'll have to see.
Yeah, come.
Come. I got this is a Boxster,
Nice.
which is the baby Porsche, or the entry-level Porsche as I call it. But it's enough to give you a lot of thrills.
Yeah?
Oh yeah. Oh, well, this is a 1958 Mercedes 220,
Oh, okay.
which is also called the Ponton. Ponton in German, that's Ponton, but I think in English is pontoon.
Okay.
Because this is the first year that the Mercedes integrated the bonnet and the mudguard. Otherwise, the mudguard was separate, the bonnet was separate. And that's why it's called the Ponton. And it is quite popular worldwide.
So where did you get this from?
This car belonged to Mr. Goenka. I bought it from Mr. Goenka. This car has a little emotional attachment for me.
Okay.
My uncle, he imported a similar car with the exact same color. And he had just come from abroad, so he was looking around he was house hunting. So this car was parked in our house for quite a few months.
Okay.
And and I think my
Love with the...
and I think my father also, because my father imported one, exact. But his was a metallic grey. So ever since then I've been chasing this car, but somehow or the other, it's been slipping out of my hands. And I'm lucky that recently only, last year, in March last year, I was able to convince Mr. Goenka to pass it on to me. So one thing very interesting about the bonnet opening sideways, it also came in the Buicks, 47, 14 Buicks, that you can open it from both sides. And if you have some major work, then you open both the sides and remove the bonnet.
Wow.
So, you can really get into the nitty-gritty of the engine. So that is very convenient for these cars.
Nice, nice. Shall we shut this?
Yeah, I'll shut it. This is another interesting feature, that it has a dividing glass,
Oh, okay.
which you can close, so that if you don't want the driver to hear what the boss is talking about. And also it has another feature, that if you have confidential papers which you want to leave in the car, so you leave your papers in the car and put the glass up and lock the door, because this door, the rear door, has a separate key. So you take away the key and lock the door. So your papers are safe in the car. And it has jump seats for extra passengers.
Wow.
So we have 2 here, 3 here, 5 and 2 in the front, 7 passengers.
Amazing.
Well, this is actually a 1979 Mark III Ambassador,
Oh, wow.
which was my original Ambassador.
Okay.
And I have converted it into a Mark I.
Mark 1. Okay.
Different light shades.
Right.
And it has a different dashboard inside.
Okay.
Different steering wheel.
Wow.
And the best part of it, I was able to get an English engine for it. And that engine is called Moog. That's MOWOG.
Okay.
Morris, Wolseley and MGs. They amalgamated, I think it was the British Motors or whatever. And so they used to make one engine for all the 3 cars. This engine is the engine which came originally for only a few years before Mr. Birla could make his own engine. So this is called a Moog engine, it's an English engine. Wow. So it's pretty, I think 90% Mark 1. Okay. Yeah, I was lucky to get all the parts.
I love the color of the car.
Actually, this color I purposely did because this is our state colors. Our state flag is green and white. Green depicting the forests and white depicting the snow-peak mountains. Because we come from the Himalayas.
Yes.
So our state,
Absolutely.
so that is why this is. And also I have another very big attachment in this car, that I suffered 2 heart attacks in this car and survived both of them. So that's why I never sell this car.
Oh, God.
This is a very dear car to me. Actually, the Ambassadors never came in 2-tone colors.
Okay.
This is been copied from Morris Oxford. The English cars, they had this two-tone thing, and they made this beading which I had to copy here. Otherwise, it didn't come in our car.
Nice.
This is a 1954 Landmaster, which is a predecessor of the Ambassador. It is a total body difference from the Ambassador. As you can see, the back is different, the front is different, the dashboard, steering, everything is different.
Wow.
Well, this is the interesting part of this engine is that it's a side valve engine, which came in the earlier cars. You can notice that the spark plugs are on it from the top. Now when the spark plugs go this way.
Okay.
So this is a flat head. Carburetor is also on the side. And lower down,
Yeah.
So it's quite authentic and original.
Wow.
Both my Ambassador and Landmaster, I'll try to make them as they should be. This is a 1965 Triumph Herald, and this is also a special car because I had this car when I was in university.
Oh, wow.
And whenever people now meet me, they don't ask me, how are you? They always tell me, remember you had a sports car in the college? I still got it.
My God, it's been a long comparison, huh?
Long company.
Amazing.
And there's one more car I have,
Right.
but it's not here in Delhi. It's gone to Bombay for restoration.
Oh, okay.
It's a 1951 Cadillac Convertible.
Oh, wow.
So because it's a convertible, so it's a good-looking car.
Acha.
Unfortunately, it's not here with me just now.
Oh, what color is that?
It's going to be yellow, light lamp, very light yellow.
Oh, nice.
And with
Yeah, it will complete all your video.
yes. Yeah.
Yeah, seriously. Amazing.
Yeah, because I have another Fiat, another Mercedes.
Oh, where is that?
That is a 123, which is my father imported when he was.
My God, you have a 123. Where is that? That's a classic. That's a.
Yeah, one problem, I think the brakes got jammed, so I couldn't bring it out today.
What are missing from this? Okay. अगर सो आपकी कार्स का restoration कौन?
Well, Mr. Pummy Kapoor, he is the main man. He arranges everything,
अच्छा.
including workers, and this is my team.
पूरी team है.
This is my team, so we do all the work. He is a very important link in the whole thing. A few pictures of my ancestors. They're not all because we are 61. That's my daughter.
Okay.
That's me. That's my father. And that's my grandfather, great-grandfather, and goes on like that.